I live in a city that couldn't be more different from my hometown. That's what I loved about it. But I'm homesick, and it's a 10-hour flight. It's been 8 months, and last night I cried. It sucks. People can let you down sometimes. And all you want is someone you can trust, and all you want is a hug from your mom. They say New York isn't for the weak, and I've never felt so numb. My life goal was always to move to the city, so why am I so unhappy?
I'm in New York.
I grew up on Home Alone 2, Gossip Girl, Casey Neistat. I was drawn to the city and knowing one day after college I would move here. And that's exactly what I did October of 2023. The city has been a huge change. I experienced seasons for the first time, made new friends, dated, and was the most social I have ever been. Time flew by fast, and now it was already summer. The summer was a tough one. I experienced a lot of letdowns from people I thought I could trust. I started feeling homesick and wondering why I even lived here when the weather sucked most of the time. I spent significantly more money and there wasn't even that much nature. Honestly, I moved to New York and I really thought it was gonna magically make me this hardworking, driven, creative person. I would really level up, and that's what people told me, and that's what I thought the skyline would do. What people don't tell you is that New York is such a distraction. I feel like I just moved here, and no, it's been 9 months now, and I still don't feel like I found my routine here. I definitely have a good amount of friends here, and my social life is great, but career-wise and work-wise, I feel like I'm not at all where I thought I would be. When I've been having fun, I feel guilty about it, and I feel guilty about the fact that I have not been working hard. I feel guilty because I feel like I have been surrounded by the most creative community ever here, and it's all I've ever wanted, but I haven't been, utilizing it, collaborating with people. I've just been in the headspace of I just want to have fun, I just want to enjoy New York. I had a trip to Europe planned with my best friends, and it came almost exactly when I needed it to come. I was the lowest I'd ever felt in New York City, and I missed home, I missed my best friends, so it was nice to be reunited and travel together. Traveling always seems to put life into perspective. It's nice to take a step back and have that time to think about what you really want out of life and what your purpose is. Why do I pay so much to live in the most expensive city in the world? And why am I so unhappy in New York? And how could I change that? September felt like back to school season, and I was entering my sophomore year. It is true, I was about to hit 1 year in October. But I fell right back into my same New York life, except I felt different after Europe. I needed to change my lifestyle, and I thought about how I was going to make those changes. At the same time, I struggled a lot with my friendships. I think I've had this identity crisis with my career, and with all the friendship fallouts I experienced this summer, I had some trust issues, and I think I projected a little bit. On a random weekend in October, I impulsively took a bus to a small town in Pennsylvania where my cousin lived. The 3-hour bus ride gave me so much time to think. Looking at the fall trees and the open road and being alone with myself for once, I felt like I could breathe again. Alright, I'm currently in the middle of Pennsylvania in a suburb right now. I feel like because I'm from Hawaii, I don't freak out over super blue, clear waters or anything. I grew up with the nicest beaches, but fall and snow, I just freak out. I just never grew up with seasons. I decided to leave New York because Like, look at this. The crisp air and the fall colors and the rain. It's just so cozy here, and being able to breathe feels so nice because in New York, I feel like the air is dirty, I'm overstimulated. There's some deer over there. We're gonna try to see if we can capture them on camera. It is starting to rain though. Oh, he sees me. See, you can't get that in New York. I had a feeling I was gonna scare them off. September has been a month and I honestly feel so much better being here. I feel like I got some clarity in my life because, you know, New York was always the dream city, dream place to live. But my first year, I always want to have so much fun, and it was fun. But I feel like I've just been on travel mode this entire year in New York because there's so much to see, so much to do. I feel a lot better about my life in New York. I think I realized that I worked so hard to get to New York, and it was always a dream, and it's okay for me to have had that time to enjoy it and, you know, live it up, because not all of life is about working. And I do feel like I like a balance of like phases where I'm working really hard and I'm hustling, but also being able to enjoy life and the fruits of my labor, I guess. So yeah, I think it was okay for me to enjoy my first year in New York and have fun and stuff. But obviously now things need to change because I'm at a point where that's no longer fulfilling for me. And New York for me has always been this place to fulfill some of my career dreams. I think it's just a changing point. Now we're gonna make some changes. So I'm gonna talk about that, but today we're gonna go walk around nature, be around some lakes. Yeah, I'll take you guys along our day. We made it to this lake and it's like pouring rain out, but I think the vibe is kind of moody and cool. The first change that I want to make going back into New York City, I have really been beating myself up over the fact that I haven't been able to trust people. I've had so many friendship problems, I feel like, but I realize I'm just going through so many new friends and meeting new people. Of course, not all of them are going to be perfect, and people are draining my energy. I can tell they're not good for me, so I want to let go of those people. It really is quality over quantity because I think I was, you know, wanting to have a bunch of friends in New York. I think I want to focus more on nurturing my really good friendships. I'm going to stop beating myself up over all the friendship stuff because it was inevitable for everything to have happened, and just move on. Continue building the good friendships and continuing to spend time alone. In attempts to kind of focus on my career more, which is a major focus of this sophomore year or the second year in the city, I've actually been doing full-time work and freelance work, and I've quit some of the roles to focus more on content creation, and honestly, they were kind of draining me. I want to focus on building my career in the sense that I'm working on things that I actually want to work on. Like, as long as I'm learning and growing, I think that's the most important. If I feel very static and feel like it's repetitive, I have just been making those changes. I think with social media and stuff nowadays, there's a lot of work regarding following trends and TikTok and marketing on TikTok and stuff. And I am just so not for trend-based content. Kind of kills my creativity to be like on social media all the time looking for trends and stuff. So I'm definitely trying to get back into my creative side. Yeah, I'm making some changes in my work life, but also I want to invest more time into creating content for myself. This lake is so pretty, and it's honestly like not even big at all. But the fact that there's no one here feels so nice. Like, look at this. I've been meeting a lot of people, but I don't think I've like really thought about networking and how useful that is, I guess. So I was just taking advantage of the opportunities. I'm really bad at asking for help too. Going into the new year, I really want to not be afraid to ask for help on things and collaborate with my friends. And the whole point of moving to New York was that there's all these creatives, and I have met a lot of them, but I haven't really, you know, worked on stuff together. I think I'm like such a solo filmmaker. Like, I think I can do everything by myself, but in the real film world, like, collaboration is key, and I'm definitely introverted, so we're gonna try to be a little bit more extroverted. New York is a great place to find yourself. So
fall is my favorite season. It's a time of new beginnings, and I truly feel this way. Things feel like they're changing. I'm still trying to figure out if I am a seasons person. There's no doubt I hate the cold and the summer humidity sucks, but that's kind of just how life is. Just like the seasons, it isn't linear. There's ups and downs, and you need to have the bad seasons to create the good ones. And as someone who loves change, I will say it does keep things interesting. Who knows, maybe I was always meant to live somewhere with seasons. I was only in Pennsylvania for a weekend, but it felt great to celebrate this Nepali festival called Dasin and get to know my cousin a little better. Being so far from home and on the East Coast, it means a lot more to be around my culture and some family.
crazy being on just like an open road like this. Like how I can actually run. Insane.
One of my friends told me that the best part about living in New York is leaving and coming back. And I'm slowly starting to understand that. You do have this appreciation for the place that you visit a lot more and for New York when you return.
It's been a year since moving to New York City. It really does just feel like it takes me a full year to settle into a city, because this is exactly how it was when I was a sophomore in high school and a sophomore in college. It's about to be my sophomore year in New York City. Know all the ropes of the city. I feel like I've been here. Usually my sophomore year historically has been me getting my shit together and actually pursuing the things that I want to pursue and being locked in, I guess you could say. I'm pretty excited. I think it's gonna be a really good year. I needed to have all that fun. I needed to go explore my city that I just moved to. I needed to do all that in order for me to get to this place. It feels just like I'm about to become the best version of myself, and I've never felt that before. The clouds are starting to turn pink, which is like my favorite thing. Whenever the clouds turn pink, I always feel like the universe is just doing it for me. I always feel like it's like a sign from the universe being like, yeah, it's okay, you got this. We love you and support you. Anyways, I'm gonna go enjoy the sky. Look, it's pink. Wow.
It's been 1 year since I moved to New York. And if I look back on this past year, I've transformed so much. Something about the city forces me to look introspectively, face my flaws, and learn more about myself. Moving is always going to be hard, especially when you move somewhere so opposite from your hometown. But the hard times means you're growing. Personally, I prefer to experience new things and live through these struggles than just be the same old me living the same life back home. But good things take time. It takes time to find good friends, time to lose the bad ones, time to find your routine, and time to figure out how you want your new life to look. It's crazy. I was once living on a little island in the Pacific, dreaming of the city, and now I live here. It's a big change, but I know I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and I'm on my way to becoming the greatest version of myself that I've ever seen.